Alright, we're going to paint. I'm going to do a lot of fast forwarding with the painting. You guys are become so good at watercolor painting. So you've got your 0 and your number 2 brushes. Remember, we use a big brush for big areas, small brush for small areas, and very importantly, we are not using too much water on our brush, so we can mix with as much water as we want, but then our brush must be blotted so it's just damp and just picked up a little bit of paint so that we're not leaving drops of paint on our page. And that's our dry brush technique. I have a bigger size 6 brush. This is a size 8 brush as well, just because I don't want this video to get too long. So if you do have a good brush that's bigger, you can use it for your bigger areas and then fill in with your details with your smaller ones. I'm going to start off with a basic shading everywhere of orange. I'm just going to make it sort of a little bit light because I want to add some darks and tones after. So if I make it too dark straight away, I'm not going to be able to change it. So I'm going to do a medium orange, and I'm going to use a lot of orange, so I'm going to put some in my palette here. I kind of mixed some orangey pink or something here last time. I think maybe we made our tulips. I'm just going to add on top of that. It's just going to add to my tones. I'm putting a lot of orange on, so take some time to get a nice whirl of orange, or you can use straight out here if you would like. Let's dry my brush, and I'm going to pick up just with the tip of my brush some paint. Let me test it. Alright, and I've got a nice gentle orange, and I'm going to do the whole fish. I might leave a few spots down at the bottom white, and maybe a few little stripes also around his gills, so that there's kind of like the glint of light along the way. So if there's a white spot, leave it. You can always fill it in at the end if it's not working. Alright, there, just the base color is not done yet, and I must say those curves are quite satisfying to paint. I want to let it dry completely now before we carry on, so be patient with your watercolors. If you are impatient, then you can get a hairdryer and dry it with a hairdryer, but please make sure it's completely dry now. And I'm going to mix another color. I'm going to make orange, and I'm just going to add in a little bit of red so that it's slightly darker tone. I'm even going to throw in some of this pink that's here. It's already on my palette. And you can see I've got a dark orange. Now I want to show off the shape that he has. So around, and just also draw attention to some of these details. So I'm going to put this darker shade. I'm actually going to use my smaller brush, my number 2 brush now, and with some little marks I'm going to just blend in. It's actually quite dark, so let me add some water. And I'm just going to lay in some more marks. Alright, I haven't done a lot. Okay, I've left most of this is still the original orange that I did. I've added a few contour lines in around the different shapes around the edges, and it's also just drawing attention to some of these lovely details. I also want to take this dark orange now and a few of these strokes, I want this color to gradate as well, from dark to light. So you can see I'm putting my strokes starting from the base of the fin and then just letting them fade out at the end. I'm going to darken, I'm going to keep the same orange. I've let it dry again. It's dry. If I'm impatient, I can use the hairdryer to make sure it's dry, but I don't want to carry on painting on a wet picture. I've got the same orange and I'm just going to add another layer on the very edge, just to again emphasize his shape. He's really coming to life now. I want those darks also to come in, so I'm going to mix a tiny bit of red into my orange. It's actually not, I'm going to mix some red into my orange now, so it's actually mostly red. You can just use plain red. I'm going to take my zero brush now. This is my darkest tone, and so we only want a little bit of that. And I'm going to put a few final marks. Don't be scared of letting your paints marks show. It is a painting, it's not a photograph, and so it's quite beautiful when you can see your little paint marks show. I'm lifting my paintbrush and making lots of little marks with my paintbrush. For his fins now, I'm going to take my red and just a little bit, I'm just using my very tiny brush. We've got our orange gradating out. I'm going to take this red, I'm just turning my page so it's comfortable, so I can get it very accurate. And I'm just going to do a few strokes that come in from the other end. And not too many, and it's quite short, so I still have this light area in the middle. But I'm just putting some contrast into my fins, which really are one of my most important parts of my fish. And I want that movement to show off. Alright, boys and girls, what I forgot to do was his eye. So I can, maybe I will just take my black pen and color that in. You can color it in with your paints if you like. Beautiful, and that just finishes him off. I hope that you enjoyed this goldfish. Remember, with dry brush technique, we want our paint to almost feel like a nice smooth coaky. It's not too wet, but it's not dry and scratchy. I can mix with as much water as I want here, but I'm only picking up a little bit of paint with my paintbrush, and I have to dip often to make sure it keeps nice and smooth. But I'm just using ordinary computer paper here, and my paper is in good condition still, even though I'm doing watercolor painting on it. We layer those colors on and letting it dry in between each one. So enjoy this fish. You can add some details, bubbles, any kind of background that you'd like, but I hope that you really enjoyed this fish.